Ghana, your communication minister, Honorable Sam Jata George.
The president is moving in a convoy of 28 Land Cruisers. One whole Land Cruiser carrying a chair that he's sitting on. He has no decency to address us as a country. And he says he's a leader. Is that what leadership is about? Look, we are not angry enough in this country.
Yadana na chichidie na wono no hwe asa na ote what is that chichidie no udi ja kan to wani tibie Sam George Ghana for the ja kan to amane Sam George what tie bie.
We have a minister who is so technically bereft of competence to execute a simple policy like a SIM registration. You will have this mess. And I told him as a mess of that. Some of the people at the NC were my mates in the university. I know, we speak. I know that they know what to do. But when you have a minister who gives you directives, and her directives supersede your technical competence, you must comply.
What if say Honorable Sam George you be a opposition, no you be a loud party say, na no den chairs of Mami Akasa. No den pa.
This whole system, and the committee must, as a matter of urgency, summon the ministry, the NCA, but most importantly, the Data Protection Commission. Randy, what has happened is a breach of personal data.
Serious.
It's a criminal offense.
A very serious one.
It's a criminal offense.
Very serious one.
You know what this means? To register a SIM card, your biometrics must be taken.
Yes.
Your face must be used.
I went through all that.
Good. So if SIM cards have been registered without your knowledge,
yes,
it means your biometric data and your facial image
is available
to somebody who has used it to register a SIM card. What else can they use your biometric data to do?
Whoa.
So you see the data breach I'm talking about. And that's why when the NCA met the media last week and issued that press statement, I said, Joe Anoche, my very good friend, must bow his head in shame to have stood before the media and read that and said that there is no breach of data. Because none of those SIM cards could be registered without the biometric fingerprints and face of citizens. And you have situations where individuals have access to this data. Randy, from day one, I said this process was a flawed process. People said I was doing politics. Because I said, if you are going to register SIM cards, and you cannot cross-reference the information being presented to you against the Central National Database, which is at the NIA, you are wasting your time.
Now you talk about Timi Beye, member of Parliament. Now you some man communication minister. Now Sam George, your friend Bra, your Babajina Tuma Oko vetting. Now you to no.
Did you have the benefit of any secondary source of income?
Mr. Chairman, I'm married to a very industrious woman.
No, I don't get it. Please explain.
I'm married to an industrious woman.
Okay, so please explain to her. If you say you are married to an industrious woman and that is the source of your secondary income, what exactly do you mean?
I mean, my wife takes care of me.
Very well.
If I said there's some George, you could dinner Hokasa, take a 6 in Yansan in India. One near him say, I dare say, ya just as well in Ghana, Yahuatoye, our communication sector, the BFI data, netto, any internet, some say, very fast, a big dinner so now a bay available to everywhere in the rural areas. She said, not Ghana, you need a supply some George.
Mr. Chairman, respectfully, opinions are like noses. Everyone is entitled to one. My mother and father who gave birth to me are sitting behind me, and I'm sure they are proud of the son that they have raised. Thank you very much.
Now, Hima, you are to a baby. I told for us in Wajuma, Ghana God Board, Sami Jamfi Wajuma, Energy Minister, I don't know, Education Minister, I didn't know, Health Minister, Juma, Sam George, the I know who be your Auto internet bundle a Vodafone now. Your baby or Vodafone, Wobaka say, on bundle no a year. 400 cities. No way, maybe it's a 190 something gigabyte B. Ne go for so na say go so no. Chese ulo do ade e be carry no sa enko. Baby a Vodafone ye no MTN enye. Baby a be kwa MTN so ye no Vodafone enye. Network no aye bisi basa na ne bo kra san ye din chen first no. E na we no enye NDC ni MPP semu. Ghana for nyina na Toma His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Eti Ghana for nyina na sorry ya wode won we gu Sam George so. Sam George, we should know the enya politics as a move. A woman say MPP for being more shady. Now, so ye nyina no yewu tie no kra na obi nka nkire wa yewu pa. Eti Ghana na no ya o ni babu amade ka woto na. Chese wa cha ase awo ate no. and I'm who say dear or revival. No be I him say odi jata. Afred dear oh ya ye sleeping dog be a chese ye titi for good family die.
You not starting command from data. No boy ya dey me more network be yedin. But data is too expensive. Mama yen kan okran tre ho. E tom da bi anya ndi sintinu akotra ba bi akoka so we ye. Wa bra de ne nye. Wa bra na me ezle wusu ho no. Na utumi yi 5 cities a. Utumi ya 8 gig. What dial star 141 a. Na utumi ya be 8 gig, 5 Ghana cities. The free down one number St. George eba ye no. Data ye very expensive from see a 2 about the baby sine. Data ye very expensive. What it? And she said na money telecommunications no echo. I'm mama Ghana for my yen. And the dollar kofum. And the bibia kofum. But data ye very expensive. Data now so ejebe every day. And now me no can say 6.1 gig. What done 141 and 6.1 gig. 30 Ghana cities. 30 cities. It's the question that maybe some of St. George and say, what you want to data be announced to me? Now the aya no who and because from my woman no sene me sorry na pa bia na se betumi abra so atumi aya adwuma because o man global world o beto ade o be ya adwuma o be ya we here data every day bia just spend 30 Ghana 30 cities e with data ho a na dem abobre okruma.
Honorable St. George says the data no won come akoma ntomo yem wo de ne bua bafem.
As indicated earlier, we had our eyes not just on the value and pricing of data bundles, but on the quality of service delivery. I am sure that even with increased value or reduced pricing, if quality is not improved, we will still have a sour customer experience.
Honorable, and some nchiremu no wa, enya nsam tenten ye party o. Wo si data no, e free 1st July ye beto the same.
I am pleased to announce that my engagement with the CEOs have resulted in the following specific measures which are to take effect from Tuesday, 1st of July, 2025. Airtel Tigo Ghana, AT Ghana. A 10% increase in all data bundles currently offered by the network. Additionally, the 400 Ghana CD bundle, which currently offers 195 gigabytes of data, will now offer 236 gigabytes of data. Ghana Telecommunications Company Limited, Telecel. Also a 10% increase in all data bundles currently offered by the network. Their 400 Ghana CD bundle, which currently offers 90 gigabytes, will offer 250 gigabytes from 1st of July. Scancom Ghana Limited, MTN. A 15% increase in all data bundles currently offered by the network. And I'm pleased to announce the restoration of the 399 Ghana CD bundle, which currently has been changed to the 350 CD bundle that offers 92.88 gig, will henceforth be reinstated to 214 gig for 399 Ghana CDs. I am aware these increases are going to come at considerable cost to the network operators. However, I am glad that our engagements and the consultations are bearing fruit for the Ghanaian people.
When a Ghana for petty, Ghana for Honorable St. George is a munyamotre. Nana and fear Marco Watchini, I took na NPP for 2 years. 80 oba enso no shovel no na beti eso we no bi ade ho de afa na osa eye anwea de agu amenanum kakra nkra wo tua amana no enti de mom yen testing from this very 1st July. Honorable Sam George make us be nchire. Sometimes we benya nice message but presentation no na issue enye kasa be brave. The full assurance last time we ka say ye bo wachi wo Twitter ne ba bia ana XR wo ba be yi wa no sa kasa na de bae no na eye more or less say wo fa opposition hu abufo dia kasa wunya yes ape wo sit no be lose me kind of cry kire. Ghana for yem pesa wo don't be intimidated. So woman NPP intimidate wa wo sit no we lose because me wo be ka say na hete me a me ka say NPP na intimidate wo me ba be fire wo why say ya me endorse wo aha me pewasem because o kasa wo boso kama Emma, you say we a bold person and you want to take a move. But in here, say we need opposition. Or power. It is a one share. Now, Kasachira Ghana for now, Kasa no quite said the Okasachi opposition. We are going to deal with you. Okasa bebre owa. What we hear say Jama Okasa di achire opposition for. Sam for Swana na NPP 4 year ya onom de momo ho ahia. Wantimi anya adwuma or relax ye no. In general, what ban no ya de o. Ba wo sector ho no. What dana sorry why? Sorry. And then Kasa bebre o. Atima yenhu. For your information, internet no a poor. Baby, I'm telling you, man, Vodafone, yeah, and now what time we inquire na poor. This time we are resetting the country. We set our honor. There na also your my young difference no. Afraid that abo edi wo Ghana do. Eno na wa sha ase a wo say one month increment kakranto data na so. E the same thing. Se me told the same price bonus e call nim said those one. It said the watum ti e be fa this ah. Ba mo hwe services no so enka ho why. Enti Ghana for honorable Sam George. Me de me to no me do okra me kan okra kire me nye obi a me ye famfula me ni obi achi because of say me yi nyansa to fie enti se wo se 1st July a ye hwe why ye hwe changes any difference e beba ama Ghana ye ho ahen ye e wo internet se mo na ye break too much Charlie mama enjoy some George full video no kasa no wade so be ne dey e be see yasem so dey
brought to his knees. 3 of the MNOs no longer exist and the 4 BWAs are dead. The sector has experienced a sharp decline in growth and investment, and the regulator has been essentially on autopilot. It is therefore shocking to see proponents of the outgone government being the loudest trumpeters of the challenges that they have created. I am told it is a carefully curated art of dark politics called Jandam. It is an attempt to create a false narrative, not based on facts, but built on distortions and aimed at disseminating disinformation. Well, let me state, that scheme has failed. I have been at post for 4 months and have set to work vigorously in collaboration with the regulator, the CEOs, and other stakeholders to fashion a clear roadmap for the systemic resolution of the challenges we inherited. I'm not interested in cosmetic fixes that merely paper over the deep cracks and create an illusion of resolution only to push the can further down the road. I have learned from the former Communications Minister and now President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, to embrace the challenges I am faced with, diagnose it rightly, and work towards a lasting solution. In my first month as Minister, I established a 23-member Data Pricing Review Committee with a clear 14-day mandate to develop a roadmap for implementation. The committee, in its report, distinguished the 3 areas that we believe need to be addressed for a holistic resolution of the matter: value, pricing, and quality. I referred the reports to the regulator and tasked them with crafting regulatory policies that addressed the challenges in the sector. In my second month, the regulator, after engaging with the mobile network operators, came up with proposals that curated specialized bundle solutions for tertiary students and content creators. We immediately set out to build a dynamic database for the 2 demographics. I held a meeting with all vice chancellors in the country to design a framework that allowed the networks to identify which numbers were used by tertiary students. However, I took a policy decision to truncate the process and re-engage the stakeholders to achieve a broader solution that affected all Ghanaian data users. In my 3rd month, these engagements led to a focus on the structural challenges that the networks were facing in delivering their services. As indicated earlier, we had our eyes not just on the value and pricing of data bundles, but on the quality of service delivery. I am sure that even with increased value or reduced pricing, if quality is not improved, we will still have a sour customer experience. This led to the regulator commissioning and completing an assessment of a sample size of network performance in 3G and 4G service offerings across the country, the results of which I discussed with the CEOs and the media 2 weeks ago. In my 4th month, armed with a clear picture of where we are as a sector, I tasked the CEOs to work with me to improve the quality of service and to offer enhanced data bundles. Now, let me be clear. My mandate as minister in a free market economy does not extend to interfering in the pricing by private sector investors. Just like the Minister for Trade does not have the power to direct GUTA members to drop their prices unilaterally, the Communications Minister cannot unilaterally direct price reductions. The immediate retort will be, and I'm expecting it, But you accused your predecessor of being responsible for price increases. Yes, I did. The SMP toolkit is replete with several policy directions that are not direct price directives, but cumulatively have an effect on pricing. So a decision, for example, that was taken by my predecessor to have CST collected forward would, for example, result in a pricing increase. So it was not a price directive, it was a policy directive that affects pricing. Another example will be the decision to declare MTN as an SMP and implement tariff rationalization, which resulted in an effective price increase by the operator, which the customers bore. However, these actions were not adequately and properly implemented, and they led to a situation where the SMP has grown by over 10% in market share, accompanied by quality of service issues due to the network configuration and congestion. To address the quality of service issues, I presented a memorandum to the Cabinet of Ghana aimed at making spectrum available to Mrs. Scancom Ghana Limited and Ghana Telecommunication Company Limited. The process of the spectrum sale is scheduled to be completed by the end of the first week in July. In the case of Ghana Telecommunications Company Limited, known as Telecel, I have given additional policy approval for the regulator to grant a connecting entity license, enabling the operator to optimize service using the 2100 MHz spectrum at the disposal of NGIC. This should result in a significant improvement in the quality of service and customer experience in the coming weeks. I want to reiterate my commitment to an engagement-led style of leadership that involves all my stakeholders, listens to their challenges, and works to address them in a manner that benefits the entire ecosystem. We need intense competition in the sector, but it must be healthy and sustainable. I am committed to value-added data bundle offerings, and most importantly, these policy actions will culminate in price reductions in the medium to long term. However, the recovery from 8 years of mismanagement cannot be completed in 4 months. To this end, I have mandated that all operators make critical investments in their networks to improve quality over the next quarter, that is from July to September. The regulator will commence a rigorous quality of service assessment in the final quarter of the year, October to December. Reverend Franco, rigorous quality of service assessment. Defaulting operators will be sanctioned. I will also, at this point, commend the CEOs of the 3 telcos for their pledged commitment to collectively invest approximately $150 million in their networks between now and the end of the year to enhance quality of service, either by acquisition of spectrum or introduction or acquisition of new transmitters and equipment. At this juncture, I am pleased to announce that my engagement with the CEOs have resulted in the following specific measures, which are to take effect from Tuesday, 1st of July, 2025. Airtel Tigo Ghana, AT Ghana. A 10% increase in all data bundles currently offered by the network. Additionally, the 400 Ghana CD bundle, which currently offers 195 gigabytes of data, will now offer 236 gigabytes of data. Ghana Telecommunications Company Limited, Telecel. Also a 10% increase in all data bundles currently offered by the network. Their 400 Ghana CD bundle, which currently offers 90 gigabytes, will offer 250 gigabytes from 1st of July. Scancom Ghana Limited, MTN. A 15% increase in all data bundles currently offered by the network. And I'm pleased to announce the restoration of the 399 Ghana CD bundle, which currently has been changed to the 350 CD bundle that offers 92.88 gig, will henceforth be reinstated to 214 gig for 399 Ghana CDs. I am aware these increases are going to come at considerable cost to the network operators. However, I am glad that our engagements and the consultations are bearing fruit for the Ghanaian people. To the CEOs, you have my gratitude. We have pledged our continued fidelity to the people of Ghana, who are the customers of the telcos. The implementation date of 1st of July is to allow the networks to recalibrate and reconfigure their systems to reflect the agreed upon value increases. The regulator, NCA, is directed to ensure they monitor strict implementations of this directive from 1st of July. Where failure applies, sanctions should be applied. The changes on MTN are steeper than the two other operators, but this is as a result of MTN's SMP status. The ministry is committed to continue to working with the regulator and MTN to constantly review their SMP status and make the necessary adjustments once we achieve the market realignments that we seek with these measures. It has also come to my notice that there is a public call regarding the arbitrary charge or change in data prices by the operators. Let me state for the record that the facts do not support that claim. The NCA has a billing verification system to access the billing integrities of mobile data services. The NCA reports that in the last billing integrity test conducted on mobile data bundles for MTN, Telecel, and AT in Q3 of 2024, it found that 1. All data bundles purchased during the test period were correctly credited and remained intact throughout their validity with no unexpected data losses. 2. Non-expiry data bundles did not expire. And 3. All unused data bundles were rolled over after resubscription. These are the facts from the NCA. The NCA is hereby directed to conduct a billing integrity test for data services and to provide quarterly reports to the ministry starting from Q3. The NCA must check data billing for scenarios involving popular apps and websites. And if operators are found to be billing inaccurately, appropriate sanctions should be applied. In conclusion, I am confident we will see further drops in the actual prices of the data offerings when the Finance Ministry takes action on the tax handles in the sector. I'm continuing my engagement with the Honorable Finance Minister to get his approval for the rationalization of some components in the tax build-up in the sector. If we are able to have a proper rationalization of the taxes, we should see a drop in the almost 39% tax build-up in the price of data in the country. If that drops, we would insist that the telcos pass that on to their customers. Another area I am vigorously pursuing is with the Minister of Energy and Green Transitions and the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission. If we are granted a telecom tariff for the sector, it will lead to further price drops for offerings currently available. Because until they give us a telecom tariff, as the mining sector has, the cost of delivering the service will continue to be inhibitive. I remain committed to delivering on the mandate of the ministry as entrusted into my care by His Excellency the President. I will continue to engage robustly with stakeholders in the sector to protect their investments in Ghana and make Ghana a friendly destination for investments. But I encourage them to invest more. Ultimately, my heart is with the people of Ghana. I will serve you with heart, with sweat, and with blood, and we will fix the mess that I have inherited in this ministry. So help me God. Thank you for your attention, and God bless our homeland, Ghana.